Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the lucky mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this mid-month psychic tarot update, November 2021. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you this mid-month of November and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you. And remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign are going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. Remember, these are general readings. This recording is for all the signs of the zodiac, and I'm using the Tarot Mucha Tarot deck. So all that being said, now on to your mid-month psychic tarot update, and I'm starting with the sign of Aries. Hi, Aries. Well, you got Ace of Wands, and I'm going to tell you right now, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, and Sagittarius all got Ace of Wands or rods in their mid-month psychic tarot update. This is new beginnings of all kinds. This could be a new job, receiving an inheritance, a new love, moving, new beginnings. You got new beginnings here. You're really starting to buckle down and get involved in something. It could be to do with a business project or a work project for some of you. And you may have to talk to a lot of people, even like groups of people. You may be attending business meetings, or you may be having meetings with people that you want to do business with if you own your own business, or if you work for a company. Your company could be saying, we're having these big business meetings. This could also be meetings in family situations or in any clubs, groups, and organizations you belong to. Some of you Aries are starting to really climb up the ladder of success, whether you own your own business or you work for somebody else, but getting promoted or climbing up the ladder of success in some way. If you own your own business, you may be talking to people that can help you develop your business, expand it, make it grow. It could be marketing and promotions. People that are in, that have knowledge about that, or some like advertisements that you want to do. You could also get invited to something that you've been hoping or waiting to get invited to. And this could be to join a club or a group or an organization that you wanted to belong to, or maybe there was a certain venue that, members only were allowed and you're friends with one of the members and they're inviting you to come. Or it could be some special type of gathering that you could get invited to. And I feel like that really could apply not even just in November. For some of you Aries, that could even go further out, even all the way until mid-January. So the card you had that came up with it is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is moving on to new and better horizons, from troubled shores to better shores. It could be you literally moving your residence. You could have a new commute for work. You could be getting some kind of, taking some kind of trip or travel. You could be scouting out another area because maybe you want to move. So you could be doing some scouting around of someplace you would like to move. Some of you Aries are putting a lot of thought into thinking about getting out of where you are living now, or a job, but I really feel like it's where you're living. and having to take stock of everything, like what you have, what you want to keep, what you want to sell, especially if you're going to move. Like maybe you don't want to take all the stuff you have with you. Maybe you want to sell some of it. Yeah, and I do get for some of you, you may not be fully sure what direction or where you want to go. So my guides are bringing up scouting out. You could be doing some scouting out of homes or areas, cities, states, provinces, wherever you live, maybe even other countries if you want to get far, far away from where you are. And for some of you, you may have been tied up in knots over it for a while, or it's gotten like bunched up in your mind where you're like, I'm not sure. What do I want to do? Do I want to make the move? Do I not? Can I afford it? Or, what kind of place would I want to go to? But it's like you're going to be more assured now. Like you're kind of giving yourself the green light, or your mind is kind of giving you the green light, because I see you like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing now. I think I know where I want to go. I know the direction of what I want to go to. And some of you may be moving to higher ground. You could be moving up into mountains or closer to mountains, or where you're going to move could be a higher elevation than where you live right now. But it's like you've got to be prepared, and you're going to be prepared. But like you're thinking about this, like I have to be prepared for any contingency that shows up. So, you're not going about it like haphazardly, like you don't care. You will be going prepared in every way to find out all the information you want before you make this move. Like, you're not just going to do this fly by night. You will be researching it, checking it out. And if it's not a move of your residence, it could be a working move, or it could even be if somebody in your family is thinking of moving, you could be very involved in that process and helping them out. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Taurus. And the first card, you have Taurus. You also have Ace of Rods or Ace of Wands as your first card. And this is new beginnings of all kinds, receiving an inheritance, moving, new love, new job, new career, new beginning in your life in some way. And let me just say this here. I shuffle these cards multiple times and put them through incense. So the fact that and these are the cards that fall out. I'm not even picking them. So the fact that you got it right after Aries, believe me, there was a lot of shuffling. And the other signs that got Ace of Wands or Rods was Aries, Taurus, Virgo, and Sagittarius. Some of you Tauruses are starting a new job, or you're building on an existing job and moving up the ladder or making it better in some way. And there's things that are going to be happening that are going to alert you to new possibilities and new prospects. So this could be in your personal life, but for many of you, it feels like career or job oriented. But for some of you, it's something is cropping up that's alerting you. If you get some kind of opportunity to climb up the ladder, or a new job, or some new opportunity or some new endeavor gets offered to you, I hear that Tauruses are going to take it. I don't feel you're going to dither around and not be sure. And some of you Tauruses may even start presenting yourself or broadcasting yourself as someone new. You could be talking to people in a new way. You could get a new persona. Maybe you're changing your hair and your makeup and your clothes, or the way you present yourself, or if you have a channel on a video platform, you may be changing it up or presenting yourself in a new way. It could be in the career you're in, but like it could even be like if you want to meet someone new to get into a love relationship, you may be doing like a makeover or wanting to present yourself to this person you're interested in a new way. And I feel like there's some, like, you may be kind of like, yeah, well, I showed you to some people that didn't think that you were going to get that promotion or get that job or climb up the ladder of success. You're kind of like, I see you pleased with yourself. Like, oh yeah, some people didn't think I was going to get it. So the card you have with it is Nine of Rods. So Nine of Rods is being prepared and ready for battle. It's also getting your ducks in a row, getting things organized. You could also be suspicious of someone or something. So here are your two cards for November 2021. And you know what? You're not going to take no for an answer. If there's something that you want to see happen, like a promotion, a raise, or some kind of new job opportunity, or even in maybe a new position in a club, group, or organization, or some board you sit on, or some committee that you're on, you're going to like really push for what you want to happen. You're not going to take no for an answer. I feel in some ways Taurus has had some people that have been kind of standing in their way. And this could be family members or co-workers or, you know, other people that you view as like competitors or competition to you. But in mid-November and maybe even going into December, you feel like you have more power and control over the situation. So it's like you've got a handle on it. And you're not going to let yourself succumb to the wills of your emotions. You're not going to get sucked in by your own emotions and let them overpower you or pressure you or keep you from what you really want. Like sometimes maybe you can let your emotions and what's going on in your mind get the better of you and run away with you. I do not feel that you're going to do that this time. You're really determined. And maybe in the past or at times you have issues of second guessing yourself too much, but in this situation, you're not going to do that. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the now on to the sign of Gemini. Hi, Gemini, and the card you got first is Ace of Swords. We've had lots of aces, a lot of Ace of Wands, and here you have Ace of Swords. This is victory. This is also victory because truth is revealed. It can also indicate truth and wisdom, or just plain old victory. Some of you Geminis are starting to get involved in something that could be sort of connected to like community spirit, like a club, group, organization, foundation, charity, something like that, or like a group endeavor that helps people in the town or that benefits other people in some way, like, you know, sick children or abused people or homeless. And some of you will give some kind of talks or speeches about it. Maybe you have a video platform that you have a channel on and you could be speaking about it there as well, or on other people's podcasts and video channels. You may be learning a lot about the camaraderie of spirit. You may even be attending lectures, seminars, rallies, or any type of gathering that would be teaching, instructing, or talking about like social consciousness, camaraderie of spirit. Could be spiritually related, could also be like to bring up fundamental changes in the world, in our society. And attending classes or lectures, even if you want to study, like it may not be involving the subjects I brought up. It could be something else you want to study. Maybe you want to get a degree or an advanced degree, or perhaps you want to get involved in some training program, or something that you want to upgrade your status. Like maybe you need certain certifications for your job and you need additional training or schooling or education that would help you climb up the ladder of success, make more money, get a higher position. The card you have with it is the Sun. And the Sun is the spotlight being on you, success in the material world. It could be returning to the joys and exuberance of childhood happiness. This card could also indicate possibly the birth of a child. Sometimes the Sun can also indicate love. You're really going to start shining a lot about your knowledge, like what you know. So you may be teaching and instructing others. You may be giving speeches and classes to others. I'm sorry if you hear weird noises. It's been quiet here all day, and now the landscapers across the street have decided to show up and make noise. So I apologize if you can hear that. I don't have a soundproof booth. You're also going to have an extremely heightened sense of sensitivity. You're going to be really, really tuning into other people's needs and what other people are struggling with and what they're vibrating to. So you're going to have a lot of empathy is going to be strong with you in mid-November, and maybe even moving forward over the next few months. You may even be looking into how you can heal yourself, things that have been a burden to you since childhood or for many years, maybe from an unhappy breakup or an unhappy childhood or some kind of abuse you suffered, or something that just was mentally debilitating to you or emotionally debilitating to you. You may be seeking healing. You could be doing that with a traditional psychologist, psychiatrist, or some other type of therapist. It could be spiritual counseling. You could be talking to psychics, astrologers. You may be getting Reiki, or some other types of healing modalities. You may be going through healing. It could even be physical healing. If you've had some illnesses or ailments, you could be going through different medical treatments, or also natural medicine. You might be going down the route of natural medicine and looking for healing and treatments you can get through those avenues. You may be very big in surprising people in November and going into December. You could be very generous. You could be giving lots of money to a family member, or expensive gifts, or giving generously and donating to charities and foundations or hospitals. But I feel like for some of you, it's to somebody you're related to or that you know, that you're close to. You may be surprising them with like a big gift, but it could even be cash. It could be a gift of cash. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Hi, Cancer. The first card you have is Seven of Rods. This is taking the moral high ground in a situation. It could also be closing the door or keeping negativity and negative communications and energies from coming at you. You could be closing the door on it. You could be keeping it at bay. Sorry if you hear noise outside. This is not a soundproof room, and landscapers showed up across the street and they're making a lot of noise. The other signs that got Seven of Rods, the 3 signs that got it is you, Cancer, Leo, and Scorpio. You may be talking to a lot of people that are giving you a whole mess of information. And when I say mess, it may feel like too much information, or too many people are giving you like their opinions or insights or information, and it may feel like a little overwhelming to you. And you may feel like you really don't want to listen to it, because a lot of it could be very, like, again, like I said, opinions, and you may not believe in what they're saying to you. It could be people trying to get you to conform, get you to do things you don't want to do, mandate things to you that you don't believe in or you don't want to do, can also be part of this. And you may feel like this is a pivotal moment for you, like how you handle yourself moving forward from here on out is of utmost importance. You may feel like that. So this could be like a page-turning moment or a new chapter happening for Cancers. And you may find out that through the grapevine, you may hear a lot of information that gets trickled down to you that was actually disinformation or misinformation. They're not the same thing. Disinformation is trying to give you false information, and misinformation could be accidentally, but I feel that you're going to hear that trickling down through the grapevine. You may be spending a lot of time and energy focusing on your future and thinking about what you need to build up now to make your future more solid. You could possibly be looking into your financial investments, or if you don't have any, you may be looking into doing that. But I feel like some of this is involved, some of this that I see you doing is really focusing on building strong foundations or building up things that will make your future bigger, brighter, and more secure. The card you have with it is 8 of Pentacles, and 8 of Pentacles is the card of the apprentice. This is learning a new craft, learning a new skill, starting a new job, starting a new business. It could also be showing you're going to be getting a lot of money can come to you through 8 of Pentacles. You're really finding out, for some of you that are working or want to work, you're finding out your niche, like what makes you tick, like what is going to be maybe the career you're in or job you've had is not sustainable anymore, or doesn't ring true for you anymore, or it doesn't resonate with you anymore, and you feel like, I have to do what I love, and I also have to figure out what is the public going to need? Where can I find that void, and does it resonate with something I want to do? Because I see you focused on what you want to do, what you love, and you want to figure out what you love, but you also want to figure out where is the thing that needs employees or needs new businesses or inventions to crop up. You're going to spend a lot of time working on financial details of your life, your finances, your bookkeeping, your accounting, any investments you have. You're going to be working on it or working it over. Some of you may also actually be working out. You could start to be more physically active. You could join a gym or start working out on your own at home. You may be kind of worried. You may feel like you may be having feelings of concern or lack. Like maybe you're worried you're not going to have enough money to pay your bills, or you're worried about maybe you've seen your finances seem to dwindle away. So you may be kind of concerned or worried about your finances in November. And some of you may be talking to professionals about that, like financial advisors, or whether you have them already or you don't, or people that you know that are really good and knowledgeable about the financial world. You may be talking to them. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Leo. Hi Leo, the first card you got is the Devil, and Libra also got this card. So the Devil is being addicted to an unhealthy relationship, or trapped or bound to an unhealthy situation or relationship. It could also be addicted to anything: drugs, alcohol, spending money, gambling, sex, pornography, shopping, food, whatever you could be addicted to. And if it's not you addicted to it, it could also be somebody you're connected to could have this addiction. It feels like Leo is having internal struggles. I'm getting an inner turmoil. I feel like Leos have found out some things that maybe people have said about them, or actions that people have done that you perceive like it going against you in some way. And you may even confront some people, and you may even call them out on their BS, but they may not be as forthcoming with wanting to talk to you about it. They may be like, I'm not getting involved with talking to you about that, even if you're trying to get them to do that and you're trying to call them out or get them to open up and address certain things that you feel should be addressed. Some of you Leos are doing a lot of self-examination, and you may be trying to look at like, where's my downfall? Or like, where did things start to go wrong? Or who or what am I involved in or with that is creating this disruption and bringing you all this inner turmoil? So you may be examining your love relationships, your friendships, your work associates, or anything, or your own actions, your own responses, your own actions, because these are the things that will be like driving up inner turmoil in you. So you could be doing a lot of self-examination. And you may be conversing with people about how to fix it. This could be through psychics, astrologers, accountants, lawyers, traditional therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, counselors. But it could also be people that you love and care about that aren't on the outs with you, or you're not having trouble with. You may be asking them to say, hey, what's your insight on these issues? How can I fix this? Or how can I get past all this disruption and inner turmoil? The card you have with it is the same card that Cancer got, and I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Aries and Taurus, because I shuffle these cards many, many, many times and I pass them through incense. You got the same card Cancer got in the Seven of Rods card. And Seven of Rods or Seven of Wands is taking the moral high ground in a situation. It can also be closing the door on negative energy or negative communication coming at you. It can also be closing the door on it completely. You're going to feel, I believe, Leo, that everything is up to you. Like you're going to feel like the burdens fall on your shoulders. It's going to be up to you to solve these issues and problems. Even if you get advice from other people, which I feel you will, which is a wise course of action, you may still feel like, okay, that was helpful knowledge and information, but it still boils down to me to figure out how to solve this inner turmoil and to make shifts and changes in your life or your daily routines or in your work habits or in your career or in your love life or in multiple areas. You may even feel like you've already exacerbated all possible outlets of what you can do. You may feel like, I already tried all that. I already talked to lawyers, accountants, friends, or psychics, astrologers, counselors, therapists. You may feel like you've already exhausted all those possibilities. Some of you Leos are getting ready to go in a new direction, where you're like learning from your past mistakes and healing from the past. You may even consider moving. You may consider moving to a new location. That also came up for your sister sign of Aries. So, your fellow fire sign there. So you may be feeling like that could be moving your business. If you own your own business, it could be maybe your company or business you work for has another branch or division in another state or province or country, and you may think of asking them if you can transfer there. And it could be moving, just wanting to move your residence. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Virgo. Hi, Virgo. So the first card you got is the World, and the World is being in control. The planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to bring you more control. You may feel like you are in more control of certain things in your life, or possibly the lack of control if the card were allowed to flip, but I don't let them flip. I'll tell you what my guides say. This card could also indicate a karmic cycle ending and a new karmic cycle beginning. You may feel like very protective, like you have to take everybody under your wing and you want to look after them and protect them. This could be your family that you were born into. It could be a family that you got with a partner and created yourself. And you may feel like you're not going to stop until everything is rebuilt or redone. You could be giving your residence a makeover, or you could be giving yourself a makeover. You may be kind of adjusting to new circumstances where you may feel like you're kind of getting pushed and pulled around all over the place. And this could be with things going on out in the world that are giving you that push-pull feeling. But it could also be at your job, at your business, in your family, or in a love relationship, or in a combination of places of these things that are like, you may feel pulled and pushed and pulled in different directions. And the shadow side of people is going to really be rearing its ugly head to you, and you're going to be seeing people's dark side or their shadow side in November, and maybe even going out into December. You may be thinking about stocking up on meat or other foods. Maybe you're worried about food shortages, or the price of inflation or something, but I get you stocking up. And maybe it's not just stocking up on food. Maybe there's other things that you're going to stock up on as well. You're also going to be really keenly aware of what is right and what is wrong going on out in the world, which will be the wisest for you if you can separate yourself from media, because you're going to get propaganda. So good to do your own research. Don't rely totally on what is being broadcasted for you on television. There could be somebody you have a strong inclination, like you suspect, of trickery or deceit around you. Could be at your work, could be in your family or a friend. I don't know where it's coming because it's a general reading. Now the card you have with it, look what came up again, Ace of Rods. This Ace of Rods showed up over and over and over again. So you got new beginnings here, new beginnings. And the other signs that got Ace of Wands or Ace of Rods was Aries, Taurus, Virgo, and Sagittarius. So you're the 4 signs that got it. Aries, Taurus, Virgo, and Sag. Some of you may be starting your own company. And if you already have your own company, there could be some aspect like new thing you're going to start, new equipment you're going to use, new machinery you're going to use, new accounts you're going to go after, new protocols or methods you're going to inject into it, or new products or services if you already own your own business. Some of you are going to be spotlighted and highlighted in some way. You could win Employee of the Month at your job. You could have a newspaper or magazine article written about you, or you could be on a podcast. Somebody could be interviewing you there. It could be on TV, but you could get recognized for some great work that you did, or some really cool project that you made, or some big breakthrough or discovery that you've done, or something, like I said, could be something you created. Maybe you created a sculpture, or, did some amazing piece of art or song or composition or literary publication. I mean, there's many, many ways you could get acknowledged. And something that you've wanted to see happen, you finally get a handle on it or a grip on something that is going to make you feel like you've truly got some success. Yet, not to say you didn't have success before now, but something that you wanted to get a handle on, like you wanted to corner the market in, or you wanted to attain something. It could be a position or a job or a certain level of financial abundance. But it's in November going into December, I feel that you're going to feel like I said, it could be a job or promotion. Something you've wanted, you're going to finally feel like you've gotten a handle on it. You got that chance or opportunity but I feel like it's something you wanted. So I hope those messages would have helped you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Libra. To get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides, please check the description box below this video for the links for my most recent videos for Vimeo. I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you more accurate predictions for your astrological signs. These links and descriptions are also available on the videos page of my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Thank you. Hi, Libra. The first card you have is the Devil. Now, the other sign that got the Devil was Leo. So this is being trapped and bound to an unhealthy relationship, or trapped and bound to an unhealthy or addicted to an unhealthy situation or relationship. It can also be addicted to drugs, alcohol, spending money, gambling, sex, pornography, smoking, food, any kind of addiction, or if somebody next close to you is addicted to something. You may feel like things are closing in on you. People could be oppressive to you, crowding around you. Jobs could be oppressive. Friendships or groups or clubs or groups or organizations, things going on out in the world could feel like it's like coming in on you, or, constraining you or conflicting and constricting you. You may be not sure what you want about a relationship. You may feel torn about it. And this could be a love relationship, a romantic relationship, but for some of you, it could even be a friendship or some other type of relationship. You could feel pressured. You could feel like pressured or anxiety. You may be really trying to figure out what went wrong or where you stand with people. Maybe you wonder about like where you stand with your boss at your job. Maybe you wonder about where you stand with your friends or where you stand with a love partner. You may feel very agitated, like you feel like you're doing the right things. You may feel like whatever's going on that you don't like really shouldn't be happening because you don't feel like you've done anything wrong or you feel like you're doing the right things. You may even be trying to distance yourself from someone or a certain group of people. This could prove to be challenging for you to do, but you may be pretty much on board with doing it. You may feel like some things that people say or do to you, say to you or do to you, may be like kind of hurting your feelings or making you feel bad, like your ego could be bruising your ego. So the card you have with it is the Eight of Rods, and Eight of Rods is news coming to you swiftly. It could be swift or sudden change. It could be the arrows of love. It could be long distance travel. So change, love, travel, but most of all, communications. You may feel like you're hearing things, you're listening to people or hearing things, and you may be like, I don't believe what I'm hearing. You may hear, it could be happening out in the world. Maybe you're listening to public figures or political figures, or, you know, you may be like, wait a minute, I don't believe what I'm hearing. It could also be coming from people you personally know. You may feel like, I've got to stop these chains of events from happening because I've got too much I got to do. I got too much I have to take care of. And you may also feel like, I don't want to listen to this because it's going to just drag me down a knot hole or down the rabbit hole, like dragging you through a knot hole, pulling you down the rabbit hole. You may feel like, I don't want to listen to this stuff. You may decide you want to turn off the news, you know? Maybe that's something, or get off the internet, get off social media. Maybe not forever, but maybe for the month of November or December, you may feel like, no, I got to distance myself from that stuff. I feel like there's challenges coming to you from other people. They may be expecting a lot of you, or you may be feeling like they're asking you to do too much. You may be really questioning, like, where did I go wrong? What did I do? You may feel like some of these things that are happening, you don't feel like you deserve it. You didn't do anything wrong. You could, again, like, or, you know, at your job, it could even be at your job where maybe somebody left for whatever reason. They went on a sick leave or a maternity leave or some other leave. And now you've got to do your work and their work too. And you're like, what did I do to deserve this? I'm a hard worker. I get my jobs done. And now you've got even more to do. And you're not sure, why are you getting singled out? Why isn't that person that had to leave, quit, or go on a leave of absence? Why aren't their jobs getting dispersed? Their work getting dispersed among other people. You could also be feeling like people that are close to you are not appreciative of you or expecting you to do too much, and you may feel like overburdened or like it's not really fair what they're saying or asking you to do. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. Hi, Scorpio. The first card you have is the Hermit. And this is your spirit guides lighting the way, showing you the way to go, the path to go, watching you, protecting you, guiding you. This could also be you taking a step back and getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward, but your spirit guides will still be guiding you. You may feel like things going on out in the world or things in your own personal life have been quite like mystifying to you in the mid-month of November and going into December. And you may be feeling like, why do I always have to be in a position of defending myself or explaining myself or explaining my actions? You may feel like you want to take precautions to protect your home or yourself. You may feel particularly on guard. Maybe you're worried about theft, robbery, porch thieves, that's on the rise, or car thefts, or, burglaries, or, maybe even pirating your intellectual property. You may feel very on guard and protective in those areas. Be careful of what you ingest. Wash all your fruits and vegetables really, really well. And, you don't want to ingest anything that's got too much chemicals or preservatives, or, if you go out to eat, be really sure that you know this place and that you've eaten there before. I don't know, or if you have to take any kind of medication, make sure you don't have any allergies to it, and make sure you're getting it from reputable sources. You may be digging into some information that's going to open your eyes, open your mind, and help you to make better informed decisions and come to conclusions and make better and more informed decisions about things that you're going to notice that are going to crop up for you in mid-November and December. Now, you have Seven of Rods, and the other cards that got that too was Cancer and Leo. So Cancer, Leo, and Scorpio all got Seven of Rods. This is taking the moral high ground in a situation. It can also indicate closing the door on negative energy and negative communication coming at you, or keeping it at bay. You may feel like it's really tricky dealing with people in November going into December. You may feel like you have to navigate through tricky situations, and you don't want to ruffle people's feathers, or, maybe you don't care about that. I know some Scorpios that don't care if they ruffle people's feathers at all. But if these people are really near and dear to your heart and close to you, you may be feeling like, man, I don't want to spark any debates or arguments or ruffle any people's feathers or step on anybody's toes in November and December. Some of you may want to go to a new level of higher attainment in your job. You may be talking to people, bosses, higher-ups, managers, supervisors, owners, to see how you can do that, if it's possible for you to do that. And if you own your own business, I'm not really sure how that applies to you, but you may be trying to reach new markets, get, new clientele. Be prepared at Thanksgiving dinner. You could have some family members that want to come at you and attack you for your beliefs or things that you've said. Now, I'm saying Thanksgiving dinner because I live in the United States and we celebrate Thanksgiving in November. If you don't live in the United States, it may not be that gathering. It could be some other type of gathering that could even happen in December. Because this feels to me like Scorpio, this is hitting November and December, where you could have some family members really trying to goad you into a fight, or, pick a fight with you, or say, you said da 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 da, and that wasn't right, or they don't agree with what you believe in. So you could have some people that want to kind of come at you, but I feel for most of you, it's people you know. I feel like this is family members or friends, or if you go to any clubs, if you belong to any clubs, groups, or organizations, where there could be people there that, like, especially if they have meetings or you sit on a board and you've said certain things or you've expressed your opinions or beliefs in the past, they may be for some reason gunning for you, coming at you like, oh, you said this and why'd you say that? Or you believe in this and we don't believe in that. Like, you could have some, people like riled up at you. But I feel like you're going to come through it okay. I feel like you're going to do well and navigate through any troubled waters that may come your way in mid-November or in December. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. The first card you have is Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is an earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign. This could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign. That's an earth sign. Or if you're born on the Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp. I feel that some of you Sagittarians are going to be digging in very deep to your pockets and spending a lot of money between now and the end of December. But I feel like it's going to make you happy to do so. Maybe you're buying people holiday gifts, I don't know, or you're just treating everybody, hey, I'll buy everybody a round of drinks. Or buy everybody dinner, or take everybody out for a gathering, let's all go eat. You're going to show people that money's important to you, but that you're willing to spend it. You could have some conversations with somebody in November going into December about building up your financial portfolio. You could be talking to bosses and higher-ups for promotions and raises, possibly, but it doesn't really feel like that as much to me. It could even be like if you wanted to get some kind of business idea you had in your head, or some kind of project or idea that you wanted to see, or business you wanted to build or start, like talking to the right people about how feasible is it to do that, and what do you need to do to get that happening and get that going. And I do feel like you could be getting really important insight about how to do that, how to build your finances up, could be a financial advisor, or how to build your business. And they could be it could just be representing them because they're holding money, but they could also be a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign. I feel that you're also going to be staunchly supported by any family members or people that are close to you that are very good with money, or that are earth signs. So the card you have next, man, this card wanted to come up. How many times did it come up? 1, 2, 3, 4 times you got Ace of Wands or Rods. An Ace of Rods is new beginnings of all kinds. New job, new love relationship, new home, receiving an inheritance, new beginning in life. And the other signs that got Ace of Wands is Aries, Taurus, and Virgo. So Ace of Wands wanted to come up here in this November readings for many signs. You're really going to prove yourself. You're really going to be showing people like what you're made of, what you can do. You're going to be expressing yourself very strongly, especially at work or in any potential job front or any business that you own. And something about your energy. My guides are calling it static energy, but that makes it sound bad, but I don't feel they mean it in a bad way. But something about the energy you're emitting is going to attract money to you. You may not see it in November. It may take December or January for it to show up, but you're emitting the frequencies of money attainment in November. And you may like really project to people what you want. If you're making any kind of business proposals or plans or any books that you've written, scripts that you've written, songs that you've written, I don't know, inventions that you've created, works of art or some kind of talent you have, but especially if it's something like what do I want to call it? Like a photograph book of here's all the work that I did, or like resume, or like different workups of what you've done before, so you can make a presentation and show people like, look, this is what I know, like, or especially like projections. That's what I wanted to say, projections. So like if you've got some plan, you may have projections like, look, if you do this and we do this, then you stand to gain this much money. If you invest this and then I do this and we do it together, and then this is the money that we both could gain. Like business plans and project plans and financial projections and any kind of documentation of work that you've already done, or education or training that you've already had, or businesses that you've already owned, that you can show to somebody. That could be a potential investor or a potential boss. Like, I see you doing those kind of things in November and December. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. The first card you have is the Knight of Rods or Wands. And the Knight of Wands is a fire sign person. This is either a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a rising sign or a moon sign that is a fire sign, or if you're born on the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. You may feel like everything in mid-November going into December is happening to you or happening in your life or around you in a dramatic fashion. A lot of people, it could be one particular person, but a lot of people are going to feel like kind of like bullyish, or they want to get their own way. They're going to be very aggressive behaviors or very dogmatic in what they want to do. You could have somebody that's asking you to put your money where your mouth is. They may be like challenging you or trying to get you to get involved in something or invest in something or put yourself on the line in some way in November going into December. You may feel like a fire sign person you know is being very pig-headed, bull-headed. They may even be like kind of reckless in what they're saying and what they're doing. You may be trying to, talk to them and tell them to calm down, and what they're doing isn't going to get them the results that they really want. This is somebody that feels like they really have an agenda. But remember, this could be you if you have a fire sign as your rising or moon sign, or if you're born on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. This could be even somebody that you know very well, that you've even looked into certain things to try to help them out and give them, like point them in the right direction, or tell them what resources, like give them information about jobs or resources they could pursue, but it's like falling on deaf ears, or they're just not, they're not listening to it. They're still, they may be kind of halfway listening to it, but they're not totally getting invested in what you're telling them. So the card you have with it is Two of Rods, and this is partnership in business or partnership in romance. It could also be something you're doing or creating and putting out there into the world for people to like or not like. So these are your two cards together. Knight of Rods and Two of Rods. You could be really questioning a lot of things about a relationship. This could be a love relationship you're in. It could be a business relationship. It could be a friendship relationship. It could even be a relationship with one of your kids or your family members. But it feels more like either a love relationship or a friendship. You may be trying to hold your ground and be steady, but they may be disruptive and trying to like rock the boat or get you to react. And it could be this Knight of Wands or Rods could be that person. And you're listening to what's been coming to you through the grapevine. I feel like you have some people that have given you some, either their opinions or some inside information that you're mulling over and considering what either their opinions or what the information is that they've been sharing with you. You know, you're tolerant to a point, but everybody has their limits. And I feel like Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign people, your limits are being tested. I feel like you're being tested. And you're very conscious about wanting to stick with what you know, what feels good to you, what feels comfortable for you, or what you know. I don't feel like in November going into December, you're ready to fly off the rails and go in some bizarre new direction, or like if you're going to make some big changes in your life, I don't know that you're going to do them in November or December. You're going to stick with what you know, what's familiar to you, what feels tried and true. I feel like you're open to new possibilities, especially in the areas of your career or romance. Once you get into like July through the end of September of 2022. So you could stick in a situation, in a job or in a romance, even if there's disruption or upheaval, I don't feel you really want to try to rock the boat or get out of it now. I feel that comes later in 2022. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. The first card you have is Five of Swords. And Five of Swords is standing your ground, drawing a line in the sand, standing up against any gossipers, naysayers, or detractors. If there's any kind of battle, you're likely to win. You could be standing up for yourself here in some way. In some ways, Aquarius, I feel you're going to see how certain things are going to go down, and you're not going to buy into it or be part of it. You may want to make new friends. You may feel like, you know what, I see the writing on the wall and I see how things are going to go down here, and I need to like find a new social group, new social circle, new friends. This could also be, you could have that feeling with work or business. You may want new clients and new customers, or you may want, maybe you don't like the people, your coworkers, and you may feel like, I don't want to stay in this job anymore because I don't like what's going on at this job. I don't agree with the mandates or the things that they're driving up. that the bosses and the owners are making happen. It could be you don't get along well with the coworkers. And you could be very fact-driven. You may be, which may not be your normal way of behaving, but I feel that some of you Aquarians are going to feel like if there isn't facts here, I'm not believing it or buying into it. You're going to be feeling like, I want cold, hard facts or concrete proof about stuff. You're not going to be as willing as you maybe would normally be to supposition. You're going to want proof, facts. You may even have to tell certain people, like, you're not riding on my coattails anymore. Maybe you've been supporting people, or people have been taking advantage of you, like, you know, a living situation, or taking advantage of you with money, or taking advantage of you at work where you're doing, you know, helping other people out and doing things that they're really supposed to be doing. That could be in a family-related sense. That could be in a work-related sense. That could be a job-related sense. You may put your foot down and say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not, you know, like I said, you're not riding on my coattails. Now, the card you have with it is Seven of Cups, which is scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered emotions. Choose wisely from the illusions around you. Could be difficulty in making a decision about something. You could have a lot on your plate. It could mean a dream come true. You may feel like a lot of things are piling up on top of you. Oh, and like, what do I do first? Or what job task do I need to do first? I got so many things in front of me. What order should I do these things? Or you just may feel like you've got a lot of things to do in November and in December. You may feel so overwhelmed by something, by things going on. You may feel like you want to stop doing something. Maybe there's something you do that for work or a business or helping somebody out, or certain things you do around the home. You may feel like, you know what, I'm too overwhelmed, or this is too much is too much. I'm not doing it now. You may feel like somebody in your life, some things in their life, somebody connected to you, like their thinking or things that they're doing have gotten way off base. And you may feel like somebody, like one of your kids or a sibling to you, or maybe your parents or your spouse, you may feel like that they need to come back to reality. Like their thinking is askew or off base, and they're not in reality. And you may find like other people's energy to be quite taxing to you, and in November and going into December. And I feel that some Aquarians are going to start to evaluate things like, what is the path of the least resistance? What can I do to make my life easier? How can I simplify my life? What things can I eliminate that are making my life more complex or complicated? So you may be trying to streamline things that you do and make your life easier and reduce clutter and stress. And some of you may feel like some things in your home have gotten out of hand, or as far as organizationally, you may feel like, man, there's too many things, or things are disorganized, and you may feel like, or it could be at your work, could be at your job, your business, your home, your yard, somewhere. You see something that looks like it's disorganized and you want to organize it better. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Hi, Pisces. The first card you have is the Lover's card. And this is two people that are empathically and chemistry connected and in tune with each other. There's a lot of sexual chemistry here, but not necessarily love. Sometimes there is love, but not always. There's an angel watching over this couple that's either blessing the couple, or the angel could be interfering with the couple. Some of you Pisces are going to see some kind of dynamic changing in the area of a love relationship that you're already in. If you're single, I feel you may be going out of your way to meet somebody new, or you're hoping to meet somebody new. You or your partner may really be in question about who's being truthful, who's being honest here, and where you stand with each other. And I do feel that there has been some outside influences that have influenced this couple, whether intentionally or unintentionally. Even if you're not in a relationship, you may be thinking things do not, like questioning how things are, like things are not really as they seem. This could be in your job, this could be in your family relationships, in your friendships, or out in the world. That's if you're a single Pisces. If you're a coupled Pisces, this is about your relationship. You may feel like you've done everything you can to be there for your partner and to help them, but they maybe haven't been there as much or been as helpful to you, or your partner could be feeling that way about you. Some of you, whether you're coupled or not, you may feel like there's been too much pressure coming to you from institutions like the government or the school system, or whatever would be like, corporations, businesses you work for, companies you work for. I feel that there's certain things that are taking a toll on you and your emotions, and if you're in a relationship, it's taking a toll on your relationships. Now, the card you have with it is Temperance, which is patience, having to have patience or needing patience. This can also indicate the alchemist, God working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. There's something going on with you, Pisces, that you don't want to be part of that makes you feel unsettled. If it's a love relationship and it's making you feel unsettled, you may want to get out of it. Or a job situation, or a school that you're attending. There could be, or something else, a club, a group, an organization, something that's making you feel unsettled. You may feel like you don't want to be involved in it or part of it anymore. Maybe you have a circle of friends that you're like, you think that they're going off in some like weird direction or tangent, and you may not want to be part of this friendship group either. You may be going through a big phase of trying to fix things that are broken. That could be relationships. That could be things going around in your environment, or your car, your home, your technology that you use, or things that you need in your home. You may be like, this is broken, I need that fixed. That's broken, I need that fixed. I feel like you're trying to have more concentration and more focus. And it could be on like certain things that you want to create or do, or your job, or a business you want to start, or a business you have, or at your job that you're in now, or creative pursuits and endeavors, or sideline work, sideline businesses or work that you do. You may feel like you really want to pour a lot of energy and focus into your creative pursuits and projects and things that I just named. And you may feel like it's up to you, like you have to be the one that institutes change in the situations you don't like. You may feel like, I can't wait around for other people to do it. anything you feel like needs to end, anything you feel that needs to be repaired or fixed, anything that you feel needs to be handled in a different way. You may feel like, I can't rely on that from other people. I need to do it myself. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And if you like this video, please click like and share it with those with whom you feel can benefit from my psychic readings. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel, and please check to see if you're still subscribed, because I sometimes hear from viewers that they are finding themselves unsubscribed, and YouTube may be doing that because I'm not unsubscribing anybody. And when you do subscribe, click that notification bell so you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get any of this special video series that I record for my Vimeo on-demand pages, where I channel my spirit guides' messages for you on a variety of very specific topics using a variety of divination tools for each sign of the zodiac, those most recent video series links are always posted down below this video in the description area, and the links are also all on my website at the videos page at www.theluckymermaid.com. You can go to that videos page and read all the different video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, what's the topic about, how long the predictions go out for, and you just click on the zodiac sign you want, your rising sign, your sun sign, your moon sign, or somebody else's sign that you want to hear, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. Now, the most recent video series I have posted down below, the first one is my psychic crystal readings for the month of November 2021 for each sign of the zodiac. So this is like a continuation of the psychic tarot readings I do on YouTube. Once I stop that reading for each sign, I then go into the crystal and give you additional psychic predictions and messages for your sign. And this month is November, so that link is down below. My next most recent video series I've recorded is my full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, November 2021, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. That eclipse is coming any day, and we will all greatly be affected by this eclipse. And if you want to see how this eclipse is going to affect you, I highly recommend you check these videos out. And you might want to watch your rising sign in those videos as well as your sun sign, because they're general readings, and that way you'll get a more clear and complete picture of what's going on. The next most recent video series I've recorded is my Uranus retrograde in Taurus, psychic tarot readings, and those predictions go from August of 2021, which passed, until January of 2022. My Saturn in Aquarius, psychic tarot, and crystal readings, those go out for 3 years, all the way until March of 2023. So if you haven't checked that out, you might want to, because we're really all being affected by Saturn in Aquarius, believe me. And I'm in Aquarius, and I'm definitely getting affected by Saturn in Aquarius. The next most recent video series I've recorded is my Angels, Ancestors, and Ascended Masters psychic oracle card readings for these changing times. I've had a lot of people write me about being very impacted by those messages. So if you haven't checked out the Angels and Ancestors and Ascended Masters readings yet, you might want to. And don't be put off that it's not tarot, because the angels are speaking through those cards. There's 4 different angel-based oracle cards in those readings. So you might find them very, very interesting if you want to check them out. The other video series link I have posted below is my mid-year psychic tarot update for 2021. That's still in play until really some of those predictions, I think, even went into January of 2022. And also my mid-year love update for 2021, Psychic Tarot Crystal and Oracle card readings. We're still in the play of that. And the next time I'm going to do love readings is probably February of 2022. And the beginning of the readings on those mid-year love updates is for the single people of your sign, and the second half of the reading is for the coupled people of your sign. I had some people question me this year about that, which I thought was a little odd because I've been doing it that way for a while. But remember, sometimes you can start out the year in a couple and end up single within a 6-month period, and vice versa. You could start out as a couple and end up single. So that's why I've been doing it that way. It takes a lot longer to do an additional 12 videos, to do 12 for singles, 12 for couples, and some people are going to want to buy both. So that's why I've been doing them combined. My 7-card Horseshoe Tarot spread, Psychic Tarot readings, those are very interesting. A lot of people like those. A lot of information in the 7-card Horseshoe Tarot spreads. I've done those before. I've had people request them, and I did them again. So those psychic predictions are still in play right now. The career and finance Psychic Tarot and Crystal readings, those readings go out, I believe, all the way until November of 2022. So we have a long time yet for those predictions still. And if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled by me that you won't see here, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I use a variety of divination tools, usually tarot, sometimes oracle cards, and sometimes the crystal. And I give you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides, and it's for everybody. It's 5 paragraphs long. Sometimes I record a video, but I prefer to do it on Instagram and Facebook where it's written. So in 5 paragraphs, it's very likely that there will be some messages that are going to resonate with you when I post those on my social media pages. So I hope you'll decide to check those out. And if you would like to make a donation to my channel and help support the readings and the work I do here on YouTube, there's a donation link down below. All the video series links I have below this video, and it is connected to PayPal. And I want to give a big thank you to those of you who have been so kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does help a lot, and it does mean a lot. So thank you so much for that. So I hope you have absolutely fantastic energy that comes to you the rest of this month of November of 2021. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.